I'm Olivia.
We're a little off today. Samara's not here with us. She is not feeling well. So, just me and Liv today.
Yeah, and we're going to start with our, I was going to say annual, but our ritual of checking in.
Yes.
Margaret, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling a bit on edge. Mm-hmm. It's funny, and I think I said this last time too, that like, I've been experiencing, if you guys have been listening, with like some panic feelings and like the physical sensation of it for quite some time now. And right when I get on the podcast, it's still there, but it's so much more muted and so much more a background noise, which is really nice. And also, I guess with this check-in, I want to say to those listening that, you know, even though I'm currently in like a state of feeling off or unease or in panic, like, knowing that, like, you can do stuff when you're feeling like this. Because I feel like I would feel like this so many times and be like, I can't do this. I can't see this person, or I can't go out and do this. But I'm here and I'm doing it. So, yeah, that's also good. How are you doing?
I'm okay. It's been the worst week of my life this past week, genuinely. I've been experiencing a lot of heartache and grief from that. In this moment, I feel okay. But about it now, I can feel like the tears up here a little bit. I'm okay. It's just a very raw place to be. There's like forever like a tsunami in my belly as I walk around. Today I love being in community with effective artistry. Like, it is so healing and nice. But like you're saying, like, you can feel these things and still do things, and that has been really powerful for me. I was feeling really crappy yesterday at the hospital, where I lead drama therapy groups, and I like broke down crying to one of the groups and like self-disclosed a little bit of what was going on. And I know a lot of people would be like, that's not something you should do as a therapist. Right. But I immediately was like, I want to be transparent with you, because you're gonna pick up on something. You're gonna see a vibe that's different.
Absolutely.
And like guys who have been there for a while, or like have, you know, come in and out, like, they noticed me when I was, like, spacing out. And I'm like, it's different, right? Isn't it? Yeah. But they had a better understanding, like, oh, it's not that she doesn't care. It's, like, she is a person, and there is stuff going on. And there was this fun camaraderie in there. And just, I really make sure to tell them, like, this is not therapy for me, guys. Like, this is your treatment, whatever. But also acknowledging that, like, yes, I am hurting too, and like this group that we just did of charades like really made me feel good, and I'm so happy to be here in this space. But I did it, and I went to work, and they're like, it's amazing you went to work. Yes it is. Yes it is. But what else are we gonna do?
Right. And first off, I know you're not asking for this, but I'm sorry you're going through it.
Thank you.
It fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does.
But I think I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of you, and so proud of us for being in this vulnerable state right now, and doing the podcast, and really showing that, like, we are human. Like, as you were talking about, like, what's been going on, and I was just really feeling the emotion, and so proud of, like, the work you're doing, and then thinking, like, and correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone knows about a podcast that does this, please let me know, but I have never listened to a therapist podcast where they are, like, they'll be talking about stuff they've went through, but they're not, you know, crying. They're not in a state of panic. They're not in a state of heartbreak and really talking about it. It's more of like after the fact. Like, it's kind of like they're really here, like, with us, like, seeing it.
It's funny you're saying you were proud of me, and I was telling Brandon, a lot of people are telling me that, and Brandon's our supervisor, for those of you who don't know, and he was like, that's so ridiculous. He's like, that's like saying, like, that's like telling someone who ran a race, like the hardest race of their life, but they broke all their bones at the end, and they got their best time, but all of their bones are broken, and people being like, you should be so proud of yourself. And he's like, you are in so much pain right now that's a really hard thing to even hear and acknowledge. And I totally get it. I am moving more towards a state where I am feeling proud of myself, but it is also like, but I'm fucking hurting, you know? Yeah. And that's not to say, like, why did you say that? But it's just to point out another perspective for people who are listening. If, like, you hear that and you're getting irritated by that, that's valid.
Absolutely.
You know?
No, and I'm not taking offense to it. I guess I want to ask, like, what are, if you know anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know anything about this, I feel like that sounded weird. Do you know anything? What are things that you would want to hear that are kind of in that same vein, but not?
I don't think it's anything specific. I think it's just being in a space it's letting people listening to me, allowing me to just blurt out words. People relating has also been very helpful for me. Being like, yeah, grief is weird. Yeah, grief is suck. Yeah, being empathetic does suck. Like, all of that has been so nice to see, like, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I think that's it. What about for you?
That's a great question, because I've been thinking about what it is that I want.
Yeah.
Normally it's been relating. That's typically something that I enjoy. Or just like you said, being able to just have a space to vent and not be judged for what I'm going to say. But I also feel like even with that, while it is a good support, I feel like it's, how do I say this? Like, it's not as long lasting.
And I think that's just it. It's so hard to be in so much pain and to know that there's not a fix.
Right.
It's not, like, these are just temporary little things to help us in the moment.
Yeah.
But there is not something that's going to be like, yep, and you're going to go to bed and you're going to be just fine. That is time. Sometimes that never happens.
Yeah.
And it's an awful reality.
It sure is. I took a deep breath, just, yeah. And it's funny because, like, as a therapist, I know, like, logically, I know that there is not for most things, a quick fix for things. But I think when it's flipped on to me, and I'm like, well, it has to be. Like, this just happened all of a sudden. Like, I think when things happen abruptly, like, you know, if I was, for example, if I was experiencing little bits of panic and it was gradually getting worse, I can make more sense of it. But when it's so, excuse me,
sudden,
abrupt, right, like one day, 0 to 100, and like my therapist, who I love, I'm gonna shout her out, but I don't know if she wants all that. With my therapist, she was like, sometimes it is what it is. She's like, you have anxiety. She goes, sometimes it can be, you know, like gradual, or sometimes it could just be without you even knowing it, it'll just hit you head on.
Do you notice, because I'm noticing already, and it's only been a week for me of just this awful pain, but a change in your language and the way you communicate with clients now that you've experienced all of this?
Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
I actually really love that you brought that up, because during my sessions yesterday, I was realizing like how I was talking and just different things I was coming up with that I'm like, I want to talk to someone about this. But yeah, absolutely. I'm
like what?
Oh, I was going to ask you. Okay. You want me to go? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
I think for me, and again, I always tell my clients too, like, this doesn't mean that this is the one answer. Like, I try to practice what I preach and be like, there is no quick fix. But I really try to have them focus more on like we were talking a little bit earlier about like body scans and, you know, more of like, how are you, like going back to the basics, how are you eating, how are you drinking, what things are you doing for yourself, more mindfulness. And I always would talk to my clients about mindfulness, but never really did it myself. So I would say it, I know what it is, you know, but after experiencing this time and really having to like work on meditation, breath work, hobbies I enjoy, I feel like I can just add more layers to it and really give them more ideas.
And also, like, living in it, it's like, I feel the hesitancy. I feel or think that I'm rolling my eyes at, like, coping skills. Oh, my God, I have to effing do these things. And so it gives me a better perspective of, like, oh, my God, when you're presenting this to somebody, how practical does this sound to someone who is grieving, right? Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask you, what are you noticing with your clients?
I think it's a deeper empathy, believe it or not, and I already thought I was pretty damn empathetic.
How much deeper can you go?
I know. It's a lot of, like, I don't know, showing more that I get it, that it sucks, and, like, I've said it before when people are grieving or whatever, but I really believe it now when I say it, and I really can not step in their shoes because that's impossible, but just have something to like compare it to a little bit, equate it to, and so it's just, I think I'm thinking about how much I'm noticing my body, like, oh my God, I had no idea, like, that your body is always doing it before your mind is, right? And so at nighttime I'm like, my body is in fight or flight. It is so bizarre. And I have been having to tell myself, you are safe.
Yeah.
And, like, just talking over and over, you are safe, nothing is happening, you are in your bed, and it helps. That's not really me saying anything to my clients, but maybe it's something I would suggest. I think what I would talk to with my clients about would be like, let's get it out of the body somehow.
Right.
Move our effing bodies. Because it is sitting in there right now. It is uncomfortable. You might not even be aware that it's there right now, but let's move. So what I've been doing, I've been singing karaoke. I have been playing with fidgets that are painful. Like just... yeah, moving and expressing and talking and filming videos of myself talking, letting it out and not keeping it inside.
No, I love that. Expelling energy, definitely.
Yeah.
Something else
Pilates.
And my, I'm going to say it with my Pilates too, and really realizing like the benefits of that. And like, again, I'm not going to tell my clients, go do Pilates. Like,
Right.
I tell them that's what I do, but I think my mind and my body connect. I can't even put it into words now, Liv. I'll try one day, but it's such a beautiful thing when I'm in my Pilates class. It like vanishes. Even if it comes, sometimes I'll be good after the hour, but for that hour, my mind and body are so connected.
Yeah.
And I think that helps me come up with out of the box things for my clients. I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example. I can't. But I think what you said too, like I can really mean it.
Yeah.
You know, not just like, oh, like go exercise, go for a walk. But I think clients too, like they can pick up on stuff. They can feel when you're really in it. And another thing too, and I'm going everywhere.
It's okay.
But what you said about like the self-disclosure. So you know how you just said you're like, I don't know how much more empathetic I could be. So that's me with self-disclosure. I'm not just giving them my life story, but I think, you know, with a lot of my clients that have anxiety, depression, trauma stuff, I really want to relate that to them, and I think it's beneficial. So I've even been doing more self-disclosure, which I'm like, how could I even go further than what I've been doing? But like, even when I'm panicked, I'll tell my clients, like, hey, like I'm panicked right now, and this is what's going on, and I just feel so much more connected to them.
Yeah, I've been doing, today I told a client that I've been anxious to do a certain kind of activity intervention with them, and they just started laughing, and it was so nice to like be that open and share my vulnerability, and through modeling that, like that client was then able to like share with me things they've never shared before, and it's that's magic to me.
Absolutely.
And why I love the power of self-disclosure and being authentic. It can be scary at first, but once you like start practicing it, it's like, oh, this is where it's at. This is the whatever it is, the magic.
The money?
The money. It's not.
No, that's not it.
No, what's the phrase? They're like, this is the. I don't know. Listeners, you tell me what the phrase is.
It's gonna be stuck in my head. Sweet spot?
Maybe a sweet spot. It's almost like the secret ingredient or something.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah.
I was gonna say something about it, but now I'm stuck on what that actually is. No, I think it's crazy to look back like 4 years ago and like I never thought I would tell a client I was anxious. Like, yes, I've said I've experienced it, but I would never tell them in the moment how I'm feeling. Yeah. Ever. And it was really hard. Like, I almost felt like I was an imposter. And I remember talking with Brandon, our supervisor, about it, and being like, no, you were being an imposter by not saying what was actually on your mind, but just, oh, I'm good, you know, everything's good. Like, that's you being really true to yourself. And so at least I know that, like, with the panic and with feeling off and all of that, you know, going on, at least I know that, like, I'm not a fraud and I am acting as myself, like, at work and with my clients and not putting on a front. And as much as I really want to sometimes, as much as I want to, I'll fake it till I make it.
I am thinking about therapy bios, which are bios that therapists write in order for clients to understand, like, their approach, who they are, whatever, and how I am thinking about, now that I feel I'm an expert on grief now. I'm not. But now that I've experienced something so painful, something that has kept me up, that has had me screaming in my bed, clawing at my neck, and I had that, like, in my early 20s, but to be living it present day, it makes me want to erase my bio and see what will come up now, of what emotions, what am I having to, I feel like it will be the most raw, honest bio I could ever write, now that I'm in this state. Not that I think pain is necessary, but I am going to use it as a fuel for me to write.
I feel really inspired by that. I don't know. I think that thought has crossed my mind a few times, like very fleeting, and I haven't paid too much attention to it, but I think it also just, like, holy shit, this is going to sound maybe weird. I don't know. Like, I just feel like that sounds so powerful and more strong than you realize, because I feel like, okay, maybe I won't put this on you. I don't know about you, but about me, I never would, in a state of even grief or sadness or panic, be like, nothing good will come out of it. I always thought that, like, nothing good's going to come out of it. I'm not going to share it. I'm just going to push through and push down my feelings. But the fact that you're like, wow, I'm in such a raw and vulnerable state right now, that what a great way to really show who I am to my clients. Like, that's such like a awesome way of thinking about it.
Yeah, I posted a video, I don't know if you've seen it, it's like a video where I'm like, hi, I'm a therapist and I'm grieving right now, and how different it is to be a therapist instead of just being the person, you know what I mean. And it shows like videos of me like bawling my eyes out, and it shows like all the things I've been doing and what I've been going through, and it's gotten a lot of responses.
Oh my
God. Brandon's dad actually commented like, thank you for showing us and not telling us. And I thought that's a method in writing too, and good writing is like show, don't tell. And I really love that. Instead of being like, I'm going to educate you on coping skills, it's like, I'm going to show you that I am a living being doing these things, and they are not getting rid of the pain I'm experiencing, but they are little things to help me not go crazy during the day. But yeah, just using it in some way.
I love that. And okay, Olivia, I need advice.
Okay.
It's advice time real quick.
Okay. I don't know if I can do it, but we'll see.
Or just be there for me.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
No, when you had just told me about the video, so I don't know if I told you this, but I have a few drafts in my TikTok account, like just my personal TikTok. Did I tell you this?
No, okay. I'm just smiling because I'm amused.
Okay. Where like because at nighttime, like I start to feel pretty much the panic's gone. I'm winding down for bed and like drinking my tea, and I'm just kind of like, it's like that one part, it's like the few hours of the day where I'm like not anxious and I'm just trying to like think about my day and just, I don't know, kind of relaxing. But I have a lot of drafts in my TikTok because I've been making videos about how like I'm a therapist and like what I've been going through the last few months, and like how I'm trying to regulate myself and like showing my good days, my bad days. And I feel good when I'm doing them.
Yeah.
But then it's done and I can't upload it.
What happens? What happens when you, like, you said you feel good and then you can't? What's happening?
Okay. Like I feel good and I'm like, okay. And then it's like, okay, you can post it, and I'm just like, why? Like I'm like, oh God, this is sad. I'm like, who cares? Like who is gonna see this? Who's gonna watch? Who is this really helping anybody? And even if I told my friend Maggie, she's the only person that knows that I did this, and she's like, well, Margaret, even if no one watches it, is it helpful for you to get your story out? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, but I don't know if I want to keep talking about it. Like I'm just stuck with like, is it even worth it? And that's so awful because like I do this podcast, I love it, and hearing you make videos and other people make videos, I love that.
It's a weird, vulnerable place to be, and I've been posting like videos of me talking about being sad or whatever, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so annoying. Oh my God, people are probably like, shut up. But a couple things there. One, I feel so much more empathetic for the people who use Facebook as a diary, and I know we like eye roll when we see people venting and stuff, but now experiencing being sad and grief, it's like, oh, we are just desperately searching for connection, to put our voice anywhere, to get it out of our heads. It makes so much sense. And did I post that grief video thinking that it would get a lot of comments? No. But did it help me? Yes. Yeah. It helped me so much. And then the after effect was even more helpful of seeing that there was stuff. But I encourage you to just go with it, because I think like putting yourself out there, I don't know. I know. It's I would love to see, even if you just share with a friend. Start there.
That's true. Because I mean, I'll be honest, like when I was first on TikTok a long time ago, like I posted like funny videos, like whatever. But they're all like since deleted. It's just videos of my family on there with the kiddos doing weird stuff with my phone. But I don't know. I've never been that personal on a video. And like I am that person that writes on Facebook. I'm that person that does write on Instagram posts. I'm big on that. But I think it's just, I don't know, something with that video. But it is something like, I like what you said about sending it to a friend or something like that. Or even right now, like even if I just want to film it and just have it in my drafts.
Absolutely. The act of creating and putting your attention towards somewhere else that like, oh, I could look at this and maybe this will inspire me. I keep rewatching my video and I'm like, damn, this is powerful.
Hell yeah.
I do, and I like love the sound of my voice too, and there's just something to it like, oh, this is really raw, but also like, oh, this is good.
Yeah. I'll get there maybe one day.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to get there if you don't want to.
I know. I'm so hard on myself. Even just, I don't know, talking about the videos and everything, like, in the midst of all this panic and craziness, like, I am really proud. I'm gonna talk about myself for a second. I'm really proud of how far I've come, I guess, with everything. Like, I don't know, I feel like today was a really anxious day for me. There were just stuff that happened that was just triggering me, and it was just one thing after another, and I came to work today, I was engaging with people, I was, really, I wasn't letting it keep me from, like, isolating or like being in my office alone. And I feel like even Margaret from 2-3 months ago would have done that.
Yeah.
I would have been in my office, I don't know, sitting there reading my book for a few hours and not really being involved in stuff. So
Yeah.
it is good. It's just, it's exhausting. I'm tired.
Yes, it's so exhausting. I've had my dishwasher's broken and I'm waiting for maintenance to come. And so a lot of my dishes are just sitting. I know I need to hand wash them. I've had my laundry that's clean in the basket and I know I need to put it away. But I've just been thinking so much and crying so much that I am giving myself grace and saying, no, you don't have space for that right now. But it's hard when you hear other people's voices that might be telling you like that's not, that you should push past that and whatever, feel the pain and go. And I know we just did a whole thing about talking about doing things through pain, but it's also like sometimes your body is just exhausted.
Right.
Like, this is not free. The thinking and the feeling, it is so tiring. And if I'm going to go to bed at 7 sometimes, I'm going to go to bed at 7 sometimes. Right. Because obviously my body needs that. And the dishes can wait. The laundry can wait.
I'm really happy I'm happy you brought that up, because as soon as you said that, I was like, yes, that does not mean I'm saying push through all your anxieties and panics and depression, any of that. But I mean, listen to your body. Like, for me, I will, and this is, again, just for what I do, but, like, I will at least try. Because I know for my panic, it'll make me think I can't do anything. Anything at all for a long time. I will create this fear that I can't do things. So I will try to do things. But sometimes I need to be really mindful of, like, when is enough enough?
Yeah.
Like, when do I need to relax and not put too much on?
Yep, I picked up one piece of clothes. And I was like, this is me trying. And then I was like, there's no fucking way, dude.
Yeah.
There's no way I can do this right now and feel okay.
And that's okay, too.
And that's okay. Yeah. I also am thinking about, this is something we learn here at Effective Artistry, that your thoughts are not reality.
Oh,
We've been talking a lot about that. And when I am feeling the painful feelings in my body, it is telling me really mean thoughts, really cruel stuff to myself about me, about my existence. And because I work here, I've been able to go, that's not real. That is not a reflection of reality. It's hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
And I try and give it a new kind of narrative of like, this is just you telling yourself that you're in pain right now. And it does help, because those other things, like, that's what your brain does, is it's looking for evidence to prove the pain and the pain and the pain, and it just spirals. But if I can stop it and just be like, no, this is just what happens when you're sad, it becomes a little bit easier.
I have a very existential-ish question for you. No, with this topic of your thoughts do not define reality. Like, I know with us working here and, us constantly talking about it and stuff, it can be not easy by any means, but easier, quicker for us to change a narrative and not make it be as daunting. But I guess for, like, viewers, clients, stuff, what do you think, and I'm asking this because I don't even know this myself, like, what is a good stepping stone to help them realize that their thoughts are just thoughts and not letting them spiral into their reality?
I guess, like, pick a thought. I suck, or whatever, or, like, I don't want to be here anymore. Whatever those things are. And then find another way to say that narrative. So I suck. No, I'm exhausted. That's even a little bit of a shift.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to be here anymore. I don't like what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Just tiny things like that where I mean, as we say, everything we tell ourselves is just a story. Right now, I'm just speaking and telling you a story to try and make listeners feel better in some way. But, like, I could also tell this and be like, no, there's no fucking way. You're hopeless. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Good luck. It's not possible to change the narrative. And that's a story I could tell you guys. But tell yourself a different story. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be profound. What I just gave you was not profound by any means. I think that's what I would say.
No, it's good.
That's something you could do with a client too. Of like, here's a thought. What's another thought you could replace it with? I know that seems very CBT, but
here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna go on a whole organize my thoughts.
Okay.
Remember the CBT thing. I want to go back to it because I don't want to forget it. But another thing too that I think is helpful, and this was something that even before I was a therapist, that my therapist told me, is to just constantly say it out loud.
Yes.
Even if you don't believe it.
Yes.
Like, great example. I was going for a walk earlier today, and I was like, and even now, 4 years later, I still sometimes don't believe what I'm saying. I'm like, you are safe. Everything is okay. You're going to have a nice night tonight. This, this doesn't define you. And as I'm saying it, I'm like, yeah, okay. But I just kept saying it. I was like creating this narrative as I was walking. Mm-hmm. And then I came back into work, and I just felt a little bit better.
Yes. I'm thinking about, okay, this is weird, Shakespeare. And sometimes there are phrases or words that are repeated. And how, as actors, we're usually directed to, like, when you say that again, it's written 2 times for a reason. Mm. Don't say it the same way you said it the first time. Say it a different way. And I think about that for, like, when you're coping or telling yourself something like, I am safe. I am safe! Like, finding different ways to, like, activate different things. There's some evidence-based stuff here that I can't articulate right now. But there's something to trying new ways, saying things out loud in different ways. And again, saying it out loud, not just thinking it. But actually saying it,
And something, I think for me, like because I do that too, but I add a little humor in it.
Totally.
Or I'm just like, Margaret, it's not that bad, calm down, you're fine. And like, that's good. But again, sometimes it doesn't always work. Sometimes I feel very delicate in the moment. I feel very, use this word, fragile in the moment. I want to be softer to myself. So sometimes the humor may not be that good. I'll take it more like sarcastically. So then I have to be a bit more softer, and it doesn't, it's a lot. I wish that it was just like you could just say one thing, and again, it would be a quick fix, but it's so much of just...
If there was a magic phrase, we wouldn't be here right now. We wouldn't need a job right now. Right. Like, there's not a book to fix this. There's no such thing as fixing.
Right.
It's just, I mean, is it tolerating? Is it navigating? I don't know what the word is. Is it reframing what anxiety means about you as a person? I don't know.
I've been working a lot on changing my language on what I mean by anxiety, what I mean by panic, and how I say it. Like, I'm sure you've heard this, Liv. Like, I've been panicked for a month and a half. I've been straight panicked. But then it's like, when I really think about it, it's like, no, I'm not panicked for every hour of the day for Pilates. That's good.
Right.
I'm not too panicked, mostly with my clients. There are times in this podcast right now, I'm not panicked. And at first I used to be like, okay, great, that's a few hours, but I'm still panicked. And it's like, no, the more you keep saying I'm always panicked, you're never going to realize anything good.
And you're looking for that evidence, too, of like, yes, it's true. Yep, I have been.
Right. So I'm trying to get out of that. Oh, the CBT thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I remembered. Just a quick thing when you're like, oh, that's very CBT-ish. Like, I feel like, because I was big in CBT when I was first a therapist and stuff, and again, I feel like they're all useful. Like, reframing, all of that stuff is. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, great.
That it's useful. That was it.
Yeah, I think so many theories in therapy can get knocked down or whatever, but really they're all just like the same thing with a different sprinkle on top.
They kind of are.
You know what I mean? And that's why I was always having such a hard time in school having to pick one, because I'm like, they're kind of all the same.
Right.
I mean, I get it, but like...
That's why I chose CBT, I think, because I was like, this is the most basic one out of all of these. Yeah, they were all very much the same, but a little...
And I'm sure someone would get mad at us for saying that.
They sure will.
And I know there are certifications and specializations you can get and stuff, but also you're going to be sprinkling in other theories no matter what. That's just inevitable. Yeah. And that's all I have to say for that.
That's all she has to say.
Changing your language. So what language are you using instead of saying I'm panicked all the time? What are you saying?
It's funny because I've been saying it. I'm not good with it unless I'm intentional about it, because this whole podcast I've been saying panic.
Yes, you have.
I know I have. I'm not good with it. What have I said? I've said I feel, a lot of times I'll say I feel a rush of adrenaline. I feel, and I used to not like saying that. I don't know why it made me think of panic, but now that I'm working out and I get that feeling anyways.
Oh, I like that.
Don't be yawning in my story. How dare you?
I know, I like that.
So I'm like, I have a surge of adrenaline, meaning like, okay, maybe that means I need to like do something.
Yes.
And even if I can't, like if I feel it at work, I'm like, okay, let me go look into something for the Northbrook office. Let me go and get some snacks for the pantry or something like that. So I'll use that. I'm trying to think. I feel like also like, and I don't know if this is helpful or not. To me it is. Not just changing the word, but the reasoning behind it. Like I used to be like, I'm panicked and I have no idea why. Like, and even though that's true, I'll never know why. For me personally, even if it's wrong, any narrative that can maybe be a why is helpful for me. Mm-hmm. So kind of recently I've been saying like, I think this sensation I'm feeling, panic feeling, is just due to a lot of traumatic things that I've been through in the last few months. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, it's funny because at first I didn't want to adopt that at all.
Yeah,
I was like,
of course.
Right, I was like, I'm good, because I was good for a few weeks. Right. Had some stuff happen, a few weeks was good, and then boom, hit head on. So I was like, no, that was done. I've already healed. Like, what is going on? But now I'm like, no, you've been through a lot, and this is what that is, and now I'm okay with it. So that's helped me kind of feel better.
Yeah.
I guess.
A theme in changing the narrative and the language we use.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Look at me. I wanted to ask though, like, is there, like, with the grief, that you're talking about, what narratives, I guess, do you use, like, different narratives with going through the grief process?
Yes, I do, and I hate it. But it is also helpful. Mm-hmm. It's, my grief is specifically heartache and a breakup, and I know that might sound funny to people, but it was a very long relationship, almost a decade, and it's like, I held this person to, like, I really love this person, I still do, but having to kind of look at some parts of the relationship that were not great, and kind of focus in on those a little bit to help me realize that it wasn't this romanticized thing that I thought it was. Yeah. And realize like, oh no, there was some whatever throughout this that I maybe wasn't recognizing, or maybe I was pushing down, or some parts of myself were incongruent with who I think Olivia really is throughout this relationship, but because it was so long, I did not realize that wasn't Olivia, because it lasts. So it's really weird to have to look at it in a negative way, because you would think like that's not going to be helpful, but it honestly has been very helpful for me to not look at the good memories, which is very sad, and I am mourning that loving part of myself as I do it, but I also know I need to move forward, and so that's kind of an example. Does that make sense?
No, it does. Yeah. And even though I'm not going through it currently, the grief of heartbreak is a fucking strong one.
And I hate that it's universal.
Right, me too. It's awful. And I know, because a lot of times when I would try to be like, I'd be angry, or I'd be like thinking of all the negative things, and I'd have people be like, well, there was some good stuff too, or like that's too much to be too negative. And I don't know if this is how you feel, but for me it's like after a while with that grieving process and feeling as healed as I can, I'll always have those good memories at the end of the day. I'm not going to forget them.
Yes. I was asking a friend, like, how the fuck do I get through this? You've gone through a heartache like this. How do you get through it? And he was like, honestly, I still get sad sometimes. And he's in a very healthy relationship now. But it was like, to hear someone say that is, like, really scary. And, like, also affirming, but, like, that's brutal, and that is reality. And I guess to know that I'm not alone in it. It's nice, but also like what? What? Yeah. I don't like that.
I just want to say out here, PSA to everyone, and again, I loved your comments about this. Yeah, I came in real strong.
You did.
I said that. Sorry,
I was like, what?
Let me tone back again. That like what you said, and I love that your friend said that, of being like, I still get sad sometimes, and you can still be in a healthy, wonderful, great relationship, but still get sad about a past relationship because, and this is just my thought, again, like, I think when you truly do love and care about someone, that doesn't just go away. Not meaning that, like, oh, I want to be with them now, and, like, I'm going to change my whole life and be with you, but that you do have love and care for them. And, of course, when you think about it, it's going to make you sad.
And relationships are so special because you only have those experiences with that person. And so, like, do I feel like I lost a part of my soul? Yes. 1,000%. That's what I think that hole is, whatever that means, that hole in my body right now. And so, yeah, I did. No one else has the memories that this other person has with me. And so I'm gonna mourn and miss and crave sometimes, but yeah, that doesn't mean I can't have another. Honestly, guys, I'm at a point I cannot imagine being in any kind of relationship right now. Too fresh. But I like that. I like telling people that, like, you're not crazy for having thoughts like that, for feeling like that. That's human, and it would be maybe weird if you didn't. Like, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's just, like, this, what's the word? Taboo? I don't know if that's the word. Maybe it is. There's, like, taboo thought of, like, you know, like, I don't know, like, for example, like, if an ex reaches out to just be like, hey, I just want to apologize for something awful I did to you in the past, I'm really sorry. Like, to me, when I hear that, I'm like, wow, that was a lot of growth. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Whereas I've had friends and family be like, block him. He's terrible. He's so awful. It's like they want you to just hold on to, like, hatred and negativity. And again, for some people, I mean, this relationship was a pretty good one. Again,
it's so hard because that is people's natural response to a breakup is like, F them. Like, let's go get drinks. Let's do this thing. And it's like, there's so much more nuance and complexity that no one, not even us, will understand. And there is a part of me that it's almost like a sibling where, like, hey, only I'm allowed to make fun of them. You're not allowed to. Because I love them. And even as I hear people in my life, like, as they're saying, like, I don't want to say mean things, but, you know, whatever, I'm getting, like, defensive inside a little bit, even though I agree. And it's so bizarre. Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It all sucks. And that's why, like, I mean, going back to what, I think I'm making this right connection about, like, what do you say, you know, to people that are going through this? What do you say? So I want to ask, like, and I'll answer this too, but, like, because I feel like when, like, you know, they're like, fuck him, he's a piece of shit, you're getting defensive, you don't want them to bring good memories, like, what are you wanting them to say? Or just listen, like you said.
Just listen.
Oh, my bad. We did.
No, we did always say it's okay. But also, like, when this first happened and someone said something mean, I immediately said, your message is making me anxious right now and I don't want to talk right now about it. And then eventually I was able to open up. But it's being authentic and saying what's on my mind when people are responding to me. Yeah. I'm kind of at the point now where I'm just like, oh, this whole saying what's on my mind is really powerful.
It is. It's almost too powerful.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Now I'm getting weird in my head because I know I already asked you that earlier.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, everything's kind of coming connected.
It's how we do.
It's how we do.
I don't know why I said that.
Little side note, on Fridays we have like 4 hours in the office together. Where we don't have clients. Some people feel certain ways about that. I feel certain ways sometimes about that too, where it feels like very ambiguous, what do we do at this time? But Margaret and I sang in the break room for a bit, and we were listening to some music, and that was nice, though I think people enjoyed your performance a little more than mine.
Stop it. Well, it was a big switch.
It was a big switch. Yours was a lot, I mean, yours is still a sad song, but maybe less sad than mine.
I loved it though. I needed that balance though.
Yeah.
I sang There Are Worse Things I Could Do from Grease.
And I sang Dead Mom from Beetlejuice.
Like, do you see the difference?
I get it.
It was still so fun though.
Yeah, it was a different kind of environment that we've had before, I think, in a space.
Yeah.
Even today we, like, set up one of the therapist lights in his office, and we were all, like, together with the intern, like, untangling the lights, and it was just community. That is a thing that we haven't mentioned, is just the power of community when you are feeling feelings.
On my way driving here, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was texting Olivia before I was here. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
She's like, what's everyone talking about?
I know, like, what's everyone doing? I don't want to be there. I'm so anxious. And I got in and, like, yes, I've had ups and downs here, but I just felt like a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
Just, like, honestly, the thought, which is, like, really cute, was, like, I'm home.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I think of, is, like, oh, I'm at a home. Yeah. I'm at my home.
I mean, I feel already so much happier and lighter from talking and crying with people here this week, and just feeling supported and loved, and, like, it's this thing I have been on a quest for my entire life, of finding a group of people who will love me unconditionally and be empathetic and loving human beings and curious people who want to learn and grow. It's like all of my values in one, and to finally have a spot like that, it's like, I'm so lucky.
Yeah. I am lucky too. Just gonna look at each other.
Yeah.
I know. Oh boy.
Interesting episode, huh, guys?
It was interesting.
Margaret and I, someone asked us, what is the episode going to be about?
We're like, I don't know. They still don't believe us. Here's the thing. Like, typically, like, we'll do our check-in and, like, you know, we don't really plan an episode. We'll kind of see what sticks. There have been times where, like, one of us has been like, oh, I think I want to talk about this or bring up this. But, again, like what we said earlier about being authentic and what's on your mind, I think that's the best way to go about it.
And that's how, like, we are trained, like, don't prep for sessions because you have no idea what's going to come into the space that day. And it's true, like, maybe an hour ago this podcast would have looked different, you know? We have no idea, but this is who we are in this moment, and that's what we got, and so we're working with what we got.
Absolutely. It's fun, though. I like it like that a lot.
I do too, and I think we're still staying on a topic, you know?
Right.
Like, it's not, even though we have our little, you know, whatever it is.
A little back and
forth. Yeah, making a gesture for those of you who are not watching the video of, like, my hand moving back and forth. Because I can't think of the right word. I'm telling you should watch me because I gesticulate a lot, guys.
He does. Oh, like side stories? That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
side
quests. Side quests, whatever, yeah.
But I think it's about time to wrap up today.
You want to say who we are and what we do? I mean, I don't know. That's how Caitlin ends our podcast.
Oh, do you? Okay.
So I don't know.
Well, I'm Margaret Schaus, and do I introduce you to you?
I'm Olivia Candosia.
This isn't good.
And we work. Yeah, it's not good. This doesn't fit the vibe.
It doesn't fit our
Well,
vibe.
thanks for listening to Therapies in a Pod. Maybe you can share how you've related to this episode.
Yeah.
Things you're looking or wanting to hear from us that maybe we can squeeze in somehow.
And also, like, just because we're saying we don't plan a topic, like, if there is a topic that you guys are interested in, we would love to have that too.
Yeah. Again, it's always malleable, and we are here for it.
Yes.
Thanks for being with us. Hope you were able to, if this episode was triggering at all for you, pause and, like, take a breath and take care of yourself because it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard out there.
And we're here for you.
Right.
Thanks.
Good done.
What did you say? Hi.